Wintertime can be so depressing. And I don't mean because it's like miserable weather and stuff. I just mean because it's dark all the time. If I'm trying to do any videos, I can't get anything done in, you know, outside of my day job, purely because I just don't have the light available. So I have to do everything sort of at weekends like this. And what I've done, what the problem I have with that is that lighting, if I were to do evening stuff, lighting is always an issue. I hate CFL bulbs. So this is a goods in video. It's not really a goods in because I feel it's a kind of cheating a bit because all I'm unpacking here is some bulbs. What I've tried to do is order some high CRI CFL bulbs. And don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting miracles here. I just don't have too much faith in CFL bulbs for lighting. I would have thought LED panels are potentially the way to go. There's some LEDs that are boasting 98 CRI now, but I can't even imagine what cost they're going to be. So I've gone for some that advertise themselves as high CRI. And by high, they only really mean 90 plus. So we're not talking about anything majorly high. However, the ones I have at the moment are not advertised as anything, which suggests that the horrible green cast that I get on everything could purely be due to the fact of the poor quality bulbs. So I ordered these, as you can see there, from PhotoSel. It's a UK company, photosel.co.uk. Again, no idea. The reviews were very good, but they weren't all reviews from photography people. Some of them were reviews from people with seasonal affective disorder, or I think that's what it stands for. So SAD, you know, where you are depressed and find yourself down purely because the amount of daylight that, or should I say the lack of daylight. So let's take a look at one of these bulbs, packaged in just pure white box, nothing fancy. I don't expect anything fancy. As I say, it's just a CFL bulb. And we have packaged in polystyrene inside. There's no actual, what kind of concerns me here is there's no actual mention of the CRI rating on the box at all. But, okay, well, fine, we'll go with that. And let's have a look. And there we have it, a nice CFL bulb. But what's on the side? Let's have a look. Okay, so there you can see, if I put it in camera, you can see it does say 90 plus CRI. So it does actually specify a color temperature, as it should, obviously wattage, and CRI. I've got 4 of these things. So I'm kind of hoping they're okay, or hoping that they're better than the ones I've got at the moment. But again, I stress, I don't expect miracles. These things are not going to ever be same as kind of a black body or daylight. They're just never going to. They're never going to be that good. That was quite handy, wasn't it? It just rolled nicely into its sort of second half. Maybe you want to be in there. That's fine. Good. Right, so I think what will make this video more interesting is to actually do some side-by-side comparisons. So I'm going to do some tungsten. I'm going to wait till it's kind of dark a bit later on. I'm going to do some tungsten, and then I'm going to do some of my current CFLs, and then I'm going to do some of these CFLs. And I'm just going to lay out, put out a color chart. So I've got my standard color chart, which I can't find now. Obviously I can't find it because I want it. And I'm just going to lay that out and also put a load of toys out, because I find that toys are great for color checks. I've just got a load of cars that my son plays with, and they're perfect for color checks because they're just distinctly different shades of really bold color, so they work really well for that sort of thing. So I'll do a quick check on that, quick setup of that, and let's have a look at the differences.
Yeah, so as I said, I've taken a couple of pictures of the sort of toys and color chart and stuff. And these are the 4 results here down the bottom. Ignore these 2 pictures to the left. These are the 4 results. Actually, there were 3 results. I just took 2 of the last one. So firstly, I'm not going to get into too much detail here. I'm not going to sort of pick and play about too much. But firstly, this is the tungsten one. So I set the camera to, I think, 2300 Kelvin, because that's what the bulbs are. Ish, it looks about right. I think the exposure's a little bit low, but I'm going to tweak all that in a second. For now, I'm just going to look at them. So this is the tungsten one. This is the 90 CRI plus bulbs, and this is the original bulbs. If you just look at those again, so there's the tungsten, very natural colors. There's the 90 plus CRI, and there's the original CRI, so the unrated CRI. Now, just a few things to look out for, of course. I mean, if you're not noticing it, then it is the very, very distinctive green cast that this has. It's very noticeable, actually, on our fireplace here in the background. So if you look at the color, I mean, the colors of this are very natural. This is pretty much, you know, spot on, really, color-wise. You'd expect it to be. This is taken with a 5D Mark III, so the colors are going to be good. And it is ISO 800, unfortunately, so I mean, I had to do that just purely because of the low light level, and I kept it at 800 throughout to make it consistent. But if you look at the color of this, sort of, it's just kind of an off-white, isn't it? And then if we go to this one, it's warmer, but it's still off-white. And if we go to here, well, that's just quite positively green, isn't it? I mean, it's a vast difference between these two. Really, really noticeable difference. But the thing is, how much of it could be corrected? Because I think really the colours on both of these, they're not too bad. This is very much, it's got a green cast to it, but let's just do a bit of quick correction and have a look. So let's firstly just bump up the exposure on this original one to try and get it looking a little bit more normal. I mean, technically we've got a white point there, but I think that would probably be a bit excessive if we pushed it up to there. But let's bring it up a little bit more like that. So that's, and then same with these two. Let's bring these up too. And this one. Wow, it looks horrible, doesn't it? It looks really horrible compared to this one. So I'm going to warm this one up very slightly. Just to try to match these up a little bit without, you know, changing too much. And then this one, I'm going to have to change the tint on this and bring it more towards magenta. And as we do that, you can see that we lose that horrible green cast and we get our colors back. I mean, I'm working on a raw image here, so it color corrects very, very well. And this is where the problems lie. When you're shooting video, then you don't have that same ability to adjust. But if we're just talking about a minor tint variation, then I think we get away with it. So, you know, here, if I zoom in on some of the colors here, what we notice on the car, if you look at the car, the color of this car, this red here, which I'm obviously going to be showing you on a YouTube video. So the color of this red car, and then we go to here, it gets a slightly odd kind of, a slightly more yellowy kind of color to it. It's really quite, you know, subtle between the two. What about this? What about this one in the background? This green. And just try the third one. Yeah, see the green on this third one. So this is the whatever unrated CRI. This is the rated CRI 90 plus, and this is the original. So let's just take a look over here, and let's take a look at the color chart, in fact, and see if that actually helps us at all. So there we go. That's tungsten. Oh, I need to really get all these lined up, don't I? Will that stay? Yeah. So that's tungsten. Lose, it's really kind of about vibrance, isn't it? We just lose that vibrance in the colors. But, and then this one. But you know what? They're not too bad. Even on those, that blue's not, just flicking between them here. Yeah, I mean, with the color correction, it's not too bad. It's acceptable, you know. So yeah, so is it worth paying a bit more for some rated CRI bulbs? The answer, in summary, yes, it is. It depends what you're shooting and how much color correction you're going to be able to do. But I'd certainly say it's worth the investment to go down that route. It's not a complete con. That's good to know. Thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed this. And if you like the channel, or if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you found it really boring and didn't like it, then give me a thumbs down. And all the usual stuff, that nonsense that people say at the end of a YouTube video. So I will catch you soon. Bye.